Then with this, oh, I'm sorry.
No, please. Hello.
With this incomplete sense of incompleteness that you just expressed, where do you see yourself moving? What, do you have a sense of direction or a sense of...
Well, yeah, I mean, I think, for the next year or two, I'd like to travel around and read my book. and read and then teach. And use this as a way of perhaps going to places that I haven't been before. I still have a great appetite for experiencing the world and for communicating the Dharma. And for communicating the heart that's in this book. So I would say that should carry me for a couple more years, and then after that we'll see. I had another teacher, Kagyu teacher, after Rinpoche died. He's another very powerful teacher, and I went to him because I was very confused after Rinpoche died what I should do next with my life. And he looked at me and he said, he was a Tibetan, he said, "Doesn't matter. Just make a plan. Make a 3-year plan and carry it out to the letter. And then if you're alive at the end of 3 years, make another one." And I did. And I did. And that's that very matter-of-fact, grounded Tibetan wisdom. It's very earthy. It's not metaphysical at all. It's like, just do it. Chogyam Trungpa said, "Just do it" to us long before Nike adopted it. And actually, this pin that I'm wearing, it's called the Ashe, which is a symbol of confidence in the Shambhala teachings. The Nike swoosh is a very, very pale imitation of this. Yes.
In early 90s, sometimes early 90s, I still lived in one of the post-Soviet countries. And,
Yes.
I happened to read, I happened to find Shambhala, the Sacred Path,
Yes.
warrior book. And I remember, I think it's chapter 2, which is called Genuine Heart of Sadness.
It is.
And just reading the title was like something I could absolutely relate to. It was like a fundamental confirmation of what was
Totally
about. And yet, there was this opening about that, yes, genuine heart of sadness can be a turning point to softening and actually opening up to joyfulness.
Without a doubt.
Could you repeat
Without
the
a doubt.
question?
The genuine heart of sadness, she was very deeply moved by that. It opened up by that. And she realized also that accepting the genuine heart of sadness is also an opening to joy. And the genuine heart of sadness, just in terms of the technical teaching, the genuine heart of sadness is one of the 3 aspects of Windhorse, which is the warrior's fearlessness. And it's called joyful mind, free from doubt, genuine heart of sadness, suddenly free from fixed mind. So it's joy, sadness, suddenly free from fixed mind. And the suddenly free from fixed mind is what I've been describing about my encounters with Chogyam Trungpa, because he was totally awake all the time, and I was coming in there with all of my ambitions, agendas, and strategies, and it was like a knife cutting through butter, as you will see when I read some of these excerpts. Okay?
Okay, yeah. I have a question, but I think you answered it.
All right, thank you. Yes?
You mentioned, I guess, the gift of confusion you brought to Trungpa.
Yes.
How has that evolved and how is it now?
I think how it is now is that I try to remember the gift of confusion so that I don't become an arrogant teacher. And I try to learn from my students. And I'm not always that successful. I'm sometimes somewhat heavy-handed with my students at Naropa, and there's a few of them here who can testify to that. And the fact that they're here is actually very moving to me. I'm very touched by that they still show up, even though I give them a hard time. But I do love my students, and the love that I feel for them is a respect for their wisdom, and that I always can learn from them. And that, in fact, if I'm not learning from them, then eventually I will not be a genuine teacher. Suzuki Roshi, the great Japanese Zen master, said, in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the experts, there are very few. So how do we keep a beginner's mind? No matter how much we learn, no matter how exalted our status is as a teacher or a therapist or all the rest of that hoo-ha, how do we keep an open mind? How do we keep a beginner's mind? How do we keep some sort of humbleness that we still know that it's an ocean? Like Newton said, when he was asked about his theories and what he had accomplished, he said, I have always felt that I was like a child playing by the vast ocean, and that I took a pail and took a little bit of water out of it, while the vast ocean still remains completely unexplored in front of me. And I think that that's a good attitude to have, that kind of humbleness. I think all the great spiritual teachers and all the great scientists have that kind of humbleness. So I aspire to that, even if I'm not always all that successful. Does that address your question?
Thank you.